And so Urban Meyer lost to the goddamn, who did they lose to again? All right, yes, Daryl Burrow,
Bengals. If you can't hear me on
Jamar Chase, and the Bengals. After that game, instead of taking the flight home with the team, he ventured off to his bar in Ohio, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
I'm guessing he's just having a dinner, or what have you. Whatever the case may be, he winds up on a dance floor with a young woman that is not the wife of his youth. And it was getting twerked on. I mean,
hold me up, bro. Hold me up, bro.
He was getting his man. And so Urban Meyer caught a lot of flack for that. I mean, I all I could really say about the clips that I did see, he's trying to get his shocker on. Shocker. Oh yeah. Your man's is looking like Silk the Shocker on that dance floor.
I see where you went with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah. So
I didn't see the clip, but I can pretty much tell you it was bad.
Oh, that boy, it was bad business. Didn't look good at all. However, this is one of those things where if you were actually respected on that team, you could have just came in the locker room and they would have just goofed off with you like, you got caught slipping, Coach Wild. But the problem is, nobody likes Urban Meyer, not only on that team, but in that organization for the most part. This is like a terrible marriage that like both parties are essentially miserable in. And honestly, I thought that they were gonna that Urban Meyer was going to take the heart attack route again, like he did in Florida, like he did in Ohio State, and he was just going to, retire again for maybe a year or so, and then that USC offer comes up, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, this is the fire that I need to get back into coaching football." That's what it's looking like at this point.
Again, I don't know the history of Urban Meyer, so he would know better than I. But
well, let me tell you about the history of Urban Meyer.
I don't know about the history of Urban Meyer. Buckle up.
Oh yeah, buckle the hell up.
No,
I don't think I want to go on the trip.
No,
strap in, Kenny.
I don't want to go on the trip. You
Kenny.
Can't make me. I don't care how big your hands are.
Kenny.
I'm not doing it. I'm a stubborn child. Fine, whatever. Here.
I mean, if you want to be the crash dummy, go ahead. Be my guest.
I ain't gonna crash me. I don't care.
Now, after our 3 or so years of dominance between,
Must be nice.
well, the years that Tim Tebow was there, essentially. So you figure that out.
Very long time.
We had one losing season under Urban Meyer, and he started having heart problems. So he goes into retirement. A year or two later, he resurfaces in Ohio State. And he goes to the national championship, wins one at Ohio State. They have a losing season. No, it wasn't a losing season. It was a scandal in Ohio State about one of his coaches being a woman beater. And him knowing about it, but sweeping it under the rug. Oh, Elizabeth! Oh, this is the big one. Oh, I'm coming home.
Oh, Lord.
And he retires again.
I know I shouldn't be laughing, but that's horrible. Why is that a thing?
Yep. That's how terrible this is. Guess what? It gets worse.
So over the off season,
Sorry. Please continue.
so over the off season,
No, take your seatbelt off. No, you don't need your seatbelt.
oh man,
You don't need your seatbelt. Take your seatbelt off.
oh Lord have mercy. I'm sorry. So during the off season, he gets an opportunity to head coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, before we get to where we are now, it looks like a good look for Urban Meyer because he's coming into a project where they have the number 1 draft pick and they know who they're going to pick. Trevor Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have the golden boy college quarterback who has a game that actually speaks for itself. And you're shitting the bed still. Now, it is still the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It is Jacksonville.
And Trevor Lawrence is a rookie quarterback. At some point in his life, he was going to have to lose a game because he hasn't. Now, or one, I think. 1 or 2. One. Now, preseason, they lose their first game. And Urban Meyer shits a brick. Why? Because Urban Meyer isn't used to A, losing early, and B, the possibility of losing often. Mind you, college football, every win counts in their season because it's only 12, 13, right? Whereas as of this season, we're going to 18 games this season. 18 weeks, excuse me.
17 games.
17 games. Thank you. And if you go 8-4 in college football, as Bomani Jones said, yeah, that'd be a problem. It'd be time to panic. But 8-4 in the NFL, we'll be paying attention to you because we'll see how that pans out because it's looking good for y'all right now. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all have a winning percentage. Y'all are looking like a possible playoff team. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that's a concept that Urban Meyer seemingly doesn't understand.
I mean, how could he never been in the position before?
Exactly. So now we get to this Bengals game. Which was
where this is going.
a relatively close game, might I add. They could have won it, but they didn't. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't they pissed it away type of deal. Cincy was just a better team that night. Period.
LSU.
The Cincinnati Tigers.
Pretty much, essentially, Bengals and Tigers. What's the difference?
So,
wait, about it. Doesn't LSU have a Bengal tiger on the sideline?
Yeah.
Now it's a tiger mascot. Or
who has the Bengal? No, I could have sworn they had a Bengal tiger on the sideline. I'll do the research.
So,
that's hilarious.
Which brings us to last week, right?
Last week.
They lose that game. He goes take that flight. He goes to his own backyard bar.
He thumbs up in the Bengal tiger.
The Bengal tiger is an LSU secondary mascot, a literal fucking tiger. Mike the Tiger.
Sits on the sideline.
Tremendous. So
how are they?
I don't know. Why ask why? So
never mind.
So yeah, so then that happens. And now we're at a point where it's only like what, week 5, week 6?
Something like that, yeah.
And Jacksonville's sick of him. The players don't respect him because he has an iron fist type of get down as far as his coaching goes. Because college coaching is different from professional coaching. Because they're professionals. They're not, young kids seeking guidance and shit like that and discipline. So they already don't like him. And then this happens, and then he makes a big deal out of it. This would have been something, if he had just shut the fuck up about it, this would have probably all went away. Because the internet moves fast. Once this happened and we're complaining and bitching about it, something else is going to happen that's wild. And then our focus and attention is going to be on that.
And it probably will happen in the same day.
More than likely. So we probably pay attention to it all of for 3 hours. So B, if he had just not made a big deal about it and just came in and, I don't know, kind of act like nothing happened really. The players would have gained a little bit of respect for him because, he joking about it and stuff like that. It's like, all right, you could be one of the guys maybe at some point, we could fuck with you, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But no, your man's at first had a team meeting, but broke the team meeting down by position groups to apologize to the position groups like individual. And it's like, all right, you're making something that's like minimally annoying and or problematic and blowing it out of proportion at this point.
How do you apologize like that? Like, hey guys, I got drunk in the bar.
You're telling, regardless, you're saying the same speech a good 10 or 11 times.
These are grown men. No.
Also of note, these are 20 to mid 30-year-old men.
If I was to apologize to either one of you guys over again, you know what you guys would tell me? You'd tell me shut up.
Yes, exactly. And when he went and did this whole bit or whatever, bro, when he left the room, everybody started laughing at him, and he knew they were laughing at him.
Well, it's not funny when someone's laughing at you, but if you put yourself in the position, then you don't blame yourself.
Then Papa Khan pretty much told him hey, this is inexcusable behavior.
Yeah, that's very inexcusable.
You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, I riffed about Papa Khan for a second.
I mean, that's fair. I understand. When I said it, I wanted to laugh too. But nevertheless, the whole entire organization is essentially over Urban Meyer, and they still got another half of a season of football to play.
And mind everybody, it's his first season on the job.
And I honestly think that situation that happened at the bar was looking at his way out.
So is he about to pull the Nick Saban, possibly, potentially?
I motherfucker trying to pull a Bobby Petrino. What do you mean?
Yeah, I am not leaving the team. And
Bobby Petrino can catch my fucking face to this day, bro.
Wait, who coached?
The Falcons.
Falcons.
Of course.
For all of 2 months in the offseason.
Was it that long?
And maybe like a season opener.
I was just making sure I was.
He was gone before the season actually got started.
I was making sure I remember right. Thanks for the confirmation.
Yeah, I'll never forget that shit.
Well, at least you didn't have a rich coach. Something like that.
That's very true.
Or Ray Rhodes.
Also very true. I'll stop you when you're lying.
Or Chip Captain.
That might be the worst one you just named.
Yeah, Stillwater's run deep here. If it ain't Andy Reid, we don't want it.
Yeah, Jim Moore Jr. was okay till he wasn't.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Only had Brian Billick and John Harbaugh. They're pretty good.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Bougie Man. I got good coaches.
Honestly,
I've only been around for 20 years, guys.
Oh, look at me. We only been here 20
I've
minutes.
strongly considered just coming home, man. Like, I've strongly considered it.
Well, every season.
Open arms.
If you're tired of your Falcons blowing leads in Super Bowls, going to Dirty Bird before the Super Bowl, then proceed to lose the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Slipper's giving you any fans want to be fans
of a real team. That our only flaw is we can't draft receivers. We have 2 Super Bowls. Come on over to Baltimore, my guy. You won't be disappointed.
As enticing as that sounds,
I'm not talking to you. You already have a Super Bowl. You can't leave. I'm talking to him.
He said you already have a Super Bowl. You can't leave no more. Yeah, that's for sure. We tried twice and that failed. That's why I'm not a part of we anymore.
That sounds very like disheartening. What if it just gets worse every day? What if I end up like this?
That's unfortunate. It's gonna be Greeny. But Greeny's loyal with no Super Bowl. You would be loyal with 1. With that same thing.
I guess.
Let it minister to your soul.
I guess. I just don't want to be talking about Nick Foles like the Jets talk about John Namath.
I hate to tell you.
I know it's gonna happen.
Even if y'all win another Super Bowl, you'll be talking about Nick Foles like the Jets talk about John Namath. Oh wait, that was a Super Bowl. No, they have one.
Yeah, that's what I told you.
They do.
Yeah, they got
that
one.
he guaranteed.
He did. I forgot about that. My apologies, Jets fans. Y'all have 1. Y'all have only been around for like 7 years. That's okay.
Hey.
We have 2.
At least we got NFL. At least we got titles before the Super Bowl era.
Hey, let me ask you this, Slivers. Do you consider Baltimore just a standalone, like completely created expansion franchise?
Yes.
You mean you not the Browns?
Or the Colts.
Cleveland.
No.
No.
Indianapolis.
That one moved to Indianapolis.
Yes.
So that one to this day is the Indianapolis Colts, right?
That was that team. Yes.
Now, the Cleveland Browns folded.
They're back. So if they were not back, we would be the Browns. But because they are back, they have all their records.
Y'all Browns, they Browns light.
No, they're Browns. There's a difference.
Y'all Browns light.
Yeah, but didn't like the Ravens rise out of that Browns like franchise?
No. We were the Browns. They moved at 2:20 a.m. one night. The Cleveland Browns
Yeah.
and went to Baltimore.
Uh-huh.
Oh
But
my
then, like
god.
2 seasons later, the NFL realized this was negligent at worst, or no, at best. So they put the Browns back in Cleveland, gave them all their records, so they still have their records, which is why we are a new team.
Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, we have resolved a mystery on Gorilla Game Podcast.
we don't have any records from the Colts.
Okay.
We don't have any records from the Browns. The Colts did what the Browns did, where they left the city and they took a franchise. So that means you take your stats and everything.
Right.
Like all of Johnny Unitas' stats, Peyton Manning broke those.
Yeah.
They don't reside in Baltimore.
Right.
They used to reside in Indianapolis, but Peyton Manning is now the owner of those records.
Correct.
But Cleveland, if the Browns did not come back, we were the Browns. They
saw what the Colts did and said, "Nah, we're not doing that again." No. You can't do that again.
So essentially, they stole our records.
Not stole.
We gave
They said take that shit back and consider us an expansion team. And that's why the Texans came in as a standalone expansion team 2 years later.
Yes, that is exactly the reason why.
To balance it out.
Still sounds like
the Chargers wanted to move. They've been wanting to move forever.
Still sound like y'all the Browns.
Oh
No. This actually is very
we win.
tenable here.
Y'all win.
Well,
Mama called you Browns.
Mama called us the Colts.
You
gotta say it right. The first team involved.
Mama called you Colt Brown. I'm gonna call you Colt Brown.
Colt Brown. Damn.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have potential for an episode name.
We haven't even got to the open.
We have that.
I don't like either one.
Oh my God. Nonetheless, it's Sunday. You know what that means. Live for the first time in over 2 years from backstage. It is Gorilla Game Podcast. I'm Carlos Crawford, your host. Alongside with me is my homeboy Kenny. Bro.
I'm here. Yay!
He sure is. And as you heard, we got Fuzzy Slippers backstage as well. Behind the scenes.
I'm now the sound guy.
Yay!
You'll no longer see me on screen unless it's a bracket episode. Then you'll see my name. That's it.
You'll see my name.
That's all.
That is how we will be structuring Slippers' appearances from here on out. With that being said,
I just figured it out, guys.
What?
A marshmallow.
Marshmallow?
Oh, you are marshmallow
Mascot.
with the mask of
You
marshmallow.
don't see my face anymore. The DJ.
Oh shit!
I'm deaf. No, even better. I'm deaf.
There we go. There it is.
Daft Punk. That's what that is. Wait, why didn't you hit that when I said I was here?
Nah, I hit that because he said he's Daft Punk.
Yeah, but you didn't hit the yay when I said I was here.
I mean,
You didn't hit the A when I said I was here.
right.
It's not about you right now.
Exactly.
It's not about you right now.
It's really still not anything about me. It's everything to do with Daft Punk. It's
But
nothing
you
to do
brought
with
it
me.
up. Never mind. I'm not gonna do this. Come on, let's go.
We'll go to semantics.
Just push the button, please.
Nonetheless, Pin Count brought to you by Luscious Treats. They had a cake pop tasting earlier today, and I couldn't be here. I mean, I had to be here, so I couldn't be there. And I'm very upset about that.
We can hear it.
Yeah, we can hear the. You guys came over here and I couldn't get K-pops. Thanks.
Nah,
I know, I'm just messing around.
we're doing the show.
Also, I'll be moving my head around randomly through the show just
Sounds more
because I
important.
can.
I don't wear hats. Makes your hairline recede.
No.
Well, I don't got no issue with that because Bong is already gone, so I don't care no more.
Hey,
It's about the frequency in which you cut your hair
Oh, I cut my hair a lot.
and
Like,
genetics.
I cut my hair a lot when my dad cut my hair a lot when I was a kid. So thanks, Dad.
I'm gonna have to ask my
Rest
man.
in power.
I'm gonna have to ask my man Tyler. Hey, congrats to Tyler. Actually, he's gonna be a father.
Congrats to you.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I'm sure I haven't met you, but congratulations.
The
Being
hair
father's a
family?
great deal.
No. Nah, I don't know. You never know.
That makes me feel better.
Back to Ned's friend Tyler, another time.
No, not Bob.
I was like, "Huh? Really?
well, he has a kid too, but
No,
it's like...
Congratulations.
But congrats, TK. Number one. This year's Super Bowl halftime show will be presented by Dr. Dre.
I'm the tech guy.
You is it a sweet?
That's the college football
That's exactly
playoffs.
what
Like,
It's
I'm the tech guy, guys. I'm so sorry.
Check out makes it sweet.
So it would be presented by Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, Mary J. Blige,
Eminem.
and Eminem.
Did you forget for a second?
No, I did
You
not.
sure?
He laughed at Mary J. Blige.
Oh. Oh.
In that line, it's kind of odd.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She gonna be up there with those stiff dance moves. A lot of you Mary J fans are gonna hate me. I don't care. You know that woman can't dance very well.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
You're going there.
She can't.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are thoughts that are owned solely by Hendrix Solo. You will not come for the tech guy.
You show me a video of Mary J Blige dancing very well, I will send my statement.
Listen.
These thoughts are brought to you by Hendrix Solo. No one else in this room.
I just want to know when we live in the world that we can't critique people that dance.
That's not what I said.
Hey.
I said these thoughts. Hendrix Solos alone.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time I got looked at funny for my thoughts.
Okay.
That's fair.
Fair point.
Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave though?
Because the truth revels in bravery.
Well,
So they say.
I'll be here again. If you want to talk about how bad she dances again, I'll be right here.
My God, my word.
Oh, I thought you were finding a video of her dancing. I'm like, show the people.
You know what?
Actually, don't show the people. Who might get sued.
Oh yeah. Copyright.
yeah, don't do that.
Damn it.
See?
And even in all that, I'm still aware of what's happening. You should be aware too.
Listen.
Shout out to the werewolves.
Be a werewolf.
Be werewolves. I like that.
Oh no, yeah, there's an actual group of people called the werewolves.
Oh, okay. I still like it. I can't like. I'm just saying I like it.
True. Also, shout out to Menager.
And you know what I don't like?
What?
Mary J. Dancing.
Correct.
I don't share that opinion. I was finishing the statement.
See how it all comes full circle?
Listen.
He doesn't like
You're
that.
not getting it. You're not getting it.
Listen. Mary J about to be that energy that everybody want. Eminem about to be that energy that makes everyone uncomfortable. So, like, we need that Mary J energy. All
And
right.
now the Eminem stands are gonna come for you.
Okay. I was listening to Eminem before they were listening to Eminem. They could suck every inch of my dick. So.
You can't say that to Eminem fans. They might enjoy that.
Really going here so early. So
He
early.
has documented history. It's not like I'm not saying things that are up there. You want to find out for yourself?
So
If you'd like to
early.
find out for yourself, go to the Marshall Mathers LP and enjoy the CD. Great body of work, great rhymes.
So early.
But Eminem has not been shot on his, vulgarity. Yes, thank you.
That's completely fair. But God damn, that was.
So early.
I shouldn't be laughing at that.
But yet you are. So what does that mean?
Have we even finished the first thing?
No.
No, we have not. So.
Did you miss us?
So. I'm really looking forward to Kendrick Lamar and Snoop Dogg. That's where I'm.
That should be fun. Yes.
So wait, I have to be that guy.
Oh no.
Specifically for him.
Oh no.
Okay.
So what you're telling me is based off your comments,
Oh God.
Olos,
What are you doing?
See?
is that you are not looking forward to seeing Drake. That's what you're telling me. We're gonna do this.
Drake in there?
Yeah.
I thought it was Dr. Dre.
No, I thought you said it was Drake.
No, Dr.
No.
Dre.
I say, when did
I
Drake
said
get
this
there?
earlier, and you said Drake.
I said
You
Dre.
You said
I'm
presented by
looking.
Dr. Dre. Then you said Drake. You said both of those names.
You did say both of those names. I'll call it now. I'm sorry.
No, you really said both of those names.
Well, if you're not, adamant about it, I'm sorry.
I got a whole spiel. Ready?
He had a whole spiel ready. He did the motherfucking Jamal on my block. He said, "We're verbatim."
And scene. I was ready. I was ready to begin the scene.
You know what?
All right, fair enough. But no, Dr. Dre. No, Drake's not there. At least, I don't think so.
Is he there?
Okay. All right.
Well, do the research, tech guy.
Yeah,
I'll stop playing my Switch.
that's worth. We're gonna have to triple check on that at that point, because like I'm pretty sure that Drake's not there. It's Dr. Dre, Mary J, Snoop, Eminem, and
Yes,
Kendrick.
you are correct.
Yeah.
You might have just said Dre twice. And then I heard.
Or he
Dre.
could have just said Dre without the doctor.
I also
No,
have
he said
this.
Dr. Dre, and then he said Dre again.
I also have this thing where I mispronounce words sometimes,
This is
trying to say things too fast.
This is
So.
Well, we've confirmed that Drake is not on the show.
Drake. No Drake.
Okay, so now this halftime show actually makes sense.
Perfect sense. So West Coast halftime show, because where's it going to be?
And Mary J. Blige.
It's essentially
Beats by Dre halftime.
yeah. All of them are signed.
Yeah.
Dre.
Yeah.
It's an aftermath party.
An aftermath party. I like that. I like that a lot. That's what they should call it.
Featuring Mary J. Blige, because I don't think she's signed.
It doesn't
I'm
matter.
sorry. I'm just showing y'all what y'all got to look forward to.
There's much more enthusiasm in those moves.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, you hit me. I'm just gonna choke you again. So calm down.
Okay, I'll go like this. Is that better?
No, it's
Now you almost hit me.
This
Now you calm down.
Either you can dance.
no,
You know who else can't dance?
not at all.
Oh, boy.
I'll leave it alone.
I walked in and out.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
did.
guys. Sorry, guys.
I will.
I just had to
admit
show him that he
I-
walks into him too.
I can't dance. Shit. I got all of 2 moves. I can Dougie. I can grip walk. I shouldn't be grip walking.
The most you might get out of me is me beating my feet, and even then I'll stop because I get tired and I'm very out of shape.
The only feet beating I do is what my older brother's friend calls the hustle walk. It goes crazy, but
If I didn't love you, I'd walk out this room right now.
wow, we're shitting on the hustle walk. Wow,
No, we're talking about you doing the hustle walk.
you don't even know what the hustle walk is.
I don't, but I know what that
No, I know what it is. That's just fire.
Dad went to college. You don't even know.
Yeah, you don't even know. That's just fire.
Anyway, we're off the rails already. Let's go.
No, I never know.
We got here because I made the comments about me. And they just
Nonetheless,
cycled.
what do you think they're going to play? Like, because it's like for me with Eminem, if they play the early era Eminem, sign me the hell up. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know what he could possibly perform off Slim Shady LP or even Marshall Mathers LP these days.
Nothing.
So I'm just not going to like Eminem's part of the set,
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah. pretty much.
That's what that boils down to.
Yeah.
I know I'm not getting infinite Eminem.
You're getting rap.
I miss infinite Eminem.
You're getting Rap God.
Oh Jesus, no.
You're getting Rap God and Not Afraid.
I don't think
You just can't keep living this way.
You think Ken's gonna do the recipe?
Yeah, that's it.
You think they're gonna block out weed?
No.
Probably not. It's in college.
Didn't they just? No, that was in.
That's fair.
Yeah, that.
But-
they'll probably be blowing one on stage.
Depending on where it's on air.
They don't care.
I don't know. I'm by it.
People aren't really that up in arms about it anymore.
Yeah, it's becoming more equal in the nation.
Yeah, they're making money off.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Turned it political.
My
bad. Sorry, guys. Wrong podcast.
For it to be the wrong podcast, it's so fitting for this. How ironic is that?
So what you're telling me is you don't like kamikaze Eminem. That's what you're telling me.
Absolutely not.
What you're telling me is you don't like
Anything after the relapse, or no, anything after recovery.
Do you don't like the Marshall Mathers LP too?
Nope.
that's right now.
I know. I was seeing.
Oh.
I was
Okay.
Encore was the last Eminem album I enjoyed.
Oh, that's the one where you talked about sticking hamsters in places.
that is that one.
Probably. Yeah.
So you enjoy that?
Sounds about right. I mean, not that song in particular.
Okay. I'm
But-
just making sure.
Plus, that song is on like Trash Beat and.
You know, but there's a lot of people that enjoy that song and recite that line with pride.
Yeah, because they're weird. But that's not the point. The point
You
is,
don't like Cracker Bottom?
I enjoyed Cracker Bottom.
That's
Vaguely.
relapse.
Are we going
That
through?
was-
Are we
that
going
was-
through discography right now?
No, recovery. I kind of understand.
There we go.
I don't know. I'm
That's,
probably.
that's not afraid.
I was. Yeah, that was the one song I liked, but everything else.
That's why I said
trash.
the album. No, you're not gonna. We're not gonna.
That was before I. No, wait. Before you say anything, close it. Before you say anything, that's before I was aware of the downhill slide he was taking.
Wow, we're gonna say that on camera. All right, guys.
See, I was just
Oh,
gonna
wait.
ask you.
Love the way you lied on that CD.
Yeah, I agree with him.
Okay.
See, just when you think there's dissension, back at it again, standing firm.
Clearly,
I got tired of that song real fast.
Real fast.
I did too.
Not to mention the fact that if you actually listen to the song, it's a pretty abusive relationship.
Pretty. Completely.
I'm sugarcoating that.
Okay.
So
What is toxic for 300 hours?
I mean,
Right.
That's the lane that.
that he was on. Fair enough. But it's like my
No, both of those individuals.
I'll put it to you like this.
were very
What was the 8 Mile soundtrack? What was your favorite song out?
I like the 8 Mile Road myself.
toxic. The freestyle.
The freestyle?
The end of the album.
My shit was 8 Mile. The standalone track. 8 Mile. 6 minutes of not only this motherfucker running through the premise of 8 Mile,
Yeah.
but he's also destroying the beat in the process.
Yeah. But he's better. That's the title track.
That to me, that's Eminem in his purest form. That as
So you
as
did not
recently
like
as
8 Mile
possible.
Road?
8 Mile Road was cool and all, but 8 Mile was like the highlight track to me. That entire
Yeah, but that was
soundtrack.
expected though. So when I listen to the album, I
Sure.
look for gems in albums.
I expect
soundtrack.
I expect there to be a title track where it gives you the premise, but I don't expect it to be that good. You know what I'm saying? Like 8 Mile is a legitimately good song. Like that beat goes crazy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
However, I thought you were going to say Lose Yourself, and I am very relieved that your favorite track isn't Lose Yourself.
So my favorite track was Lose Yourself. There's a problem.
Yes.
It's not. I was just asking. Right, not for me.
Oh man.
Lose Yourself got tired really quick for me.
Got tired.
It was
tired.
dope
Really.
at first, but
No,
then
it
like it got to a point I'm like, all right, I'm tired of hearing this song.
It wasn't dope.
It was.
It wasn't.
It was. I was like the show go because I like the little.
That was your favorite song.
I like little bits like that in songs that
Little
really
shits.
intrigues me. You know what I'm saying? But then after a certain point, I was like, all right, they're running this song to the fucking ground. I'm over it.
My
Now to
sarcasm-
this day, if it plays, I'm like, nah, I can't do it.
No, my sarcasm levels rival Robert Downey. I really do.
I guess
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
the truth.
oblivious of Thor.
I'm really good.
I'm more Oscar
Drax,
Wilde
rather.
with it.
That's very factual.
Anyway, do
Hey.
you believe we can end this count now?
Yeah, sure.
We've talked a lot about
Eminem and his
Eminem.
I wonder what Kendrick's gonna do. I wonder what Dre's gonna do. Let me ride. Let me ride. Yeah, I got it. Him and Snoop gotta do Let Me Ride.
And nothing but G then.
And ain't nothing but a G
Yeah,
thing.
no one
Oh,
ain't
that,
said
that's standard. He's definitely doing ain't nothing but a G thing. That's a
And
hit. You know what I'm saying?
Here's a question. What if he finally releases Detox?
If he does that,
You know what? I'm over it. I stopped waiting for Detox. I just considered Compton the album Detox. I said, fuck it, I'll take it.
after
Whatever. Compton the album Detox, whatever.
was it J-Rock that said Detox is like a mix? No, that was Schoolboy Q. Once
Yeah.
he made that rap, I realized I was never getting Detox.
Exactly. Detox is like the mix of white. Is it, Schoolboy? Is it? So
And then he was like, go somewhere and let the grown-ups play.
yeah.
No, we're not getting that album.
So in other words, that's never happened. Okay, understood. That sounds like Compton album. Fuck it, I'll take it.
If
Whatever.
it appears
This
on,
is Dre album.
on the Super Bowl halftime show, you heard it from me first.
Hey, I will welcome it. I'm not expecting it.
I will tweet, holy shit, Kenny was right.
I will
Please
just
release
enjoy it.
And that shit better be the most amazing album ever.
I take it back.
Like-
Please release Detox and it'd be good.
No,
Don't let me be
I
working
want-
trash.
I don't want Detox. I want all the tracks that were supposed to be on Detox from then until now. That's what I want.
That's
Including
a
shit
quadruple
popped
album.
off by T.I.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I want all of the songs that were supposed to be released that were never released. That's
Oh
what I
my
want. I
gosh.
want all 600 songs. Drake.
600?
600 songs.
A 5-disc album
Never done in music history.
that I can think of. No. So yeah.
I was gonna make a joke, but I don't want to do that.
Let's not do that. I
What?
know
Please
exactly
don't
where
do
you're going.
that.
I know exactly where you're going.
That's why I stopped.
Even before the thought comes out. Thank you.
I said I stopped before I even said it. So why y'all?
Let's
Why are you chastising me?
We're not chastising.
I
I
am
said-
monitoring myself.
I said thank you.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
I'm
sorry.
going to save you by moving on. Okay. Number 2.
I don't like how you did that.
Hey man,
Oh, whatever.
listen. I know I constantly say half seriously that Philly hates everything, but Philly sure does love its wrestling. That is for fucking true. They were live for AEW Dynamite, boom boom, and Rampage.
Rampage, yeah.
So run it by everybody. Man.
Okay, so first match of the night was CM Punk versus Daniel Garcia.
Yes, sir.
And it was actually good for what it was. You know, we gotta remember Punk is still getting over ring rust. It was like his third match, second televised. So for all that, it had a couple of good spots in there. You know what I'm saying? Actually, really entertaining about it. So
I know that he was in the tights.
yeah, he was in the Long Boys. Which was
Will he
very
be?
funny.
Will he be? Fucking the Long Boys.
Yeah, I don't
Or
know.
backwards.
People been poo-pooing on the Long Boys a lot though on Wrestling Twitter.
They
I
look
the
like
Long Boys.
motherfucking pugilist pants.
I like the Long Boys. It's a different Punk. So different Punk, different swag. Do it.
It's like that. It's like that period when Triple H was wearing long tights. Exactly. So
When he was wearing one tight, we got 1, 2. Is this song?
That's why I looked up because I was wondering if you was mentioned that.
listen, that best time period of 1-2 this on was the
Purple Trunks.
no, fuck no, that was time to play the game anyway.
No, he had Purple Trunks before that.
The time period when he had it was a Triple H, but it was like in ye old font.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's the time period
Okay.
when he was doing the jumping knee attack.
Okay.
That's my shit.
All right, moving on. Next match, I may not be in order, so don't remind me. Actually, it was the Lucha Brothers versus the Acclaim.
Yes.
Which, in my opinion, the match was a little lackluster, but the finish was good.
Speak for yourself, man. I like that shit. Lucha
I mean,
Bros go
I
crazy.
like the Lucha Bros are entertaining. I just thought it was some points in the match where the action could have been a little more, fast paced, especially for Lucha Bro style, right? Like they're known for luchadors, so they jump all over the place, they're doing crazy, they give you spots of that, but
sure.
I just felt like the pace that the Lucha Bros are used to doing, the Acclaimed aren't so accustomed to.
Exactly.
Doing so.
That's what I was about to ask you.
know
Do you think they had to tone things down for the Acclaimed, slow things down?
Yeah, I feel like they had to slow things down. Like it was a really slow, methodical pace, and the Lucha Bros, like with the Young Bucks, bum 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 bum. That's natural. Acclaimed is like a lot. The Acclaimed are still green. Okay, let's just be real. It's still green. So you gotta slow them down so they can know where the spots are when they gotta do things. They're still green where they're doing an elbow collar lock up, right? And they're in the air is like, okay, I'm gonna do this now. You know what I'm saying? That's where they at. And I know that because I'm there, and I want to be not there one day. But I also don't want to take a bump, so there's that.
My thing is they got wild style battle ass bars in their promos.
Now, hey, the bars for Philly were hitting because one of them bars sparked the F. Ben Simmons. So he touched nerve.
Your man's rapped like The Rock during that Tech 9 song.
I mean, yes. Yes, we're not talking about the delivery of the bars. We're talking about the impact of the bars and the triple, the Dino effect.
Oh, okay? The delivery.
You doing Ben Simmons bars in Philly. You are doing your job. They are going to hate you.
When it comes to the bars, delivery is like coming from the hip when you punch. You know what I'm saying? If you don't come from the hip when you punch, the bars is just weak. It's just a weak jab. You start that jab from the hip.
All deliveries ain't made equal though. What kind of delivery would you prefer? Delivery from Amazon or delivery from UPS?
Which one shows up earlier?
You know the answer to that.
Do I? It depends on the day. But what day are we talking about? Like now we gotta split hairs.
I prefer deliveries from Amazon because I know I'll get them the next day. If it's a Monday and I order something, it's coming on Tuesday if I get next day shipping. If I deliver something with UPS, then next day shipping is 3-day shipping. So
I'm still waiting on an air filter. That's all I'm saying.
From Amazon?
From Amazon. So
well, maybe the filter's sold out. Who knows?
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, well.
There's like 5 or 10 of them inside.
Acclaim, you sold out on your bars, according to those. Fix it. All right. Last match. The last match, because it's an hour show. If I can remember. Tag guy, help me, please. Can you look up AEW Rampage final match?
Please hold.
I vaguely remember it too. That's the crazy part about it.
Am I the only one that's having fun saying tech guy and ask for research?
I just say slippers.
I just like saying tech guy. It's just good to have someone you can ask to look for stuff.
Yeah, I mean on the other side of that coin, I'm also related to the tech guy, so it's like it kind of feels
I'm related by
professional
proxy. I call him my brother.
I mean, yeah, but like
yes,
like I literally grew up with him.
You may have grown up with him. I also grown up with him. It's just different eras of growing up. Still the same.
It's never been tech guy to me though. It feels weird to me.
Well, he was fixing my phone and stuff, so different perspective.
Yeah, I guess that's a fair point. So
whenever I had a technical issue, I asked him. So he was like, "Oh, you just need to do this, this." Like, oh,
call him what
can
you want.
Do that?
Call him what you want. I'm still calling him Slipper.
You can call him what you want. That's what you want to call him. I'm just saying, don't devalue the value of my friend, of my family relation, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Or my perspective.
Did we talk about Jay Cargill? No, we did not. And Jay Cargill beat the shit out of Sky Blue.
Oh, she did.
Sky Blue.
She squashed that. Also,
sidebar, Jay Cargill was accompanied by Mark Smart Sterling.
Yes, Smart Sterling.
Which I think she don't really need him.
No, she does not.
She does very well on the mic. She doesn't need a valet.
She's doing much better than she did when she first started.
Yeah.
And that's where you want to like
Well,
go
yeah,
with
but
that.
see, I thought she had to rap for that.
And amazing. I call both of them, and I don't watch wrestling. The fact that it got to me, a person who does not watch wrestling, is hilarious.
Well,
That's how bad and amusingly amazing it was at the same time. It was
That
the
is
greatest, worst promo ever.
Yes.
Ever. But now she can cut a promo.
Exactly.
Growth.
You know what I'm saying?
it's called learning and developing.
Growth. so yeah, it's like that's what you wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, and I use this as a placeholder, Eva Marie, where's the improvement?
I feel like Leonard's mom when she was talking to Sheldon's mom, and she say, it's okay. Once a lady has laid down, man, they are both married, and the eyes of she just go, ugh.
Exactly.
It's so funny.
My thoughts and feelings and sentiments, exactly. So,
and you get that by saying, Eva Marie is really developing as an in-ring talent.
no, fuck out of here. Jade Cargill is actually developing as an in-ring talent in the ring and on that mic. Eva Marie has not developed anything since she's gotten back and beyond. So it's like, what are we doing with Eva Marie?
Yeah, she really doesn't need to be there.
She doesn't. She does not. Meanwhile, you have Piper Niven becoming Dewdrop
and still killing it.
I still don't understand it. She likes the name, so it's like, all right, man. But Vibrant Nevin would have went crazy. But I get why. Randy Orton. So fair enough. Dewdrop.
Yeah. What was that the main event?
No, the main event was absolute stars.
Ah, the Philly Street fight.
Yes.
Versus the Machine Brian Cage.
Yes.
Who better? So, and Brian, here's the thing about Brian Cage, right? That's a really usually milquetoast motherfucker.
Yeah.
He cut a hell of a promo before that match. Now I was really intrigued by it. I was like, this is a side of Brian Cage I have never seen before. Mm-hmm. All we needed was a dark side of the ring on Kane for him to get that. Hey, I'll take it.
Whatever unlocks his potential, we'll take it.
Exactly. If it
take our money.
If it had to remind him of who the fuck he is, shit, I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like.
And can we talk about the development of Absolute Ricky Starks for a second?
Man.
Can we talk about that?
That is.
And the development of Team Taz?
Yes.
Can we talk about it?
That's why we're here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
Well,
this is why we're here.
Well, talking to that's how we get things wrong.
Because when it comes to the development of Team Taz, you have the fact of the matter that the FTW was not considered a a belt to go after or anything like that. Everybody just looked at it as Taz's belt when he brought it back. Mm-hmm. But A, it has a factor of nostalgia, and B, it initially has a factor of prestige. And that was something that had to be rebuilt because it had been defunct for a long time.
And what better place to rebuild that prestige than Philadelphia, Pennsylvania?
First and foremost, but you go deeper into it, you get the fact of the matter that Brian Cage is the initial holder of the championship. Mm-hmm. You see that Brian Cage is the holder, and at first you're like, all right, so he's just a champion, he's not going to fight anybody. Well, then he starts, challenging the likes of what? Darby? Is that who challenged for it? Darby Allin. That builds a little bit of prestige on that, just a little bit. Now, then you have the storyline between Cage and Starks. And that really boosted the prestige of the FTW title. Yes, thank you. it really boosted the prestige of the FTW title to make it look like, all right, there's another championship. Yeah, it's within the team tag stable, but there's a possibility that it could be taken from the team tag stable. And if you build Team Taz as one of the most obnoxious stables in the company, people are going to want that championship as a fuck you to that team. But then you got to deal with a powerhouse Hobbs. And then give Hook a couple of years and Nakata Hajime, he gonna be something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He give him that transmission, he gonna be something. You know what I'm saying? So
and who would have thought that just having CM Punk get you into a rivalry would spark something?
The revitalizer. And then that's when we get the Philly, because the FTW Championship is a Philadelphia staple. So to bring the championship back home to Philadelphia, not only bring it back home to Philadelphia, but to continue building the prestige and the story of the FTW title. That's what, that's booking. You know what I'm saying? That is just excellent booking. And even if it was coincidental or what have you, it was still a smart move in general. Bottom line. And then not only that, the way everything panned out in that street fight, A, it was a fade. B, it made both Ricky and Cage look good.
Yes.
And C, it made Team Taz look like a more obnoxious stable because a Philly street fight, there are no rules, meaning interfering, completely legal. Bong bong. Perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And that AEW Rampage. I enjoy that.
You remember Dynamite?
Dynamite. Oh.
Boom, boom.
Wednesday.
Yeah. So do I. So.
But I'm pretty sure none of that was good.
Dynamite did go crazy. I know that for a fact. Yeah, that I do remember. However, I don't remember.
Listen, we don't always remember everything, okay?
Exactly.
But when we do remember, we give you gold, all right? So don't do that.
Also, we're taking a hiatus from WWE. Also,
speak for yourself. I'm tuning into this King of the Ring tournament. Finn on Friday.
Live more, you got eliminated. What's the point anymore?
Well, you take the good with the bad.
You take the both, and there you have
the facts of
life. Yeah. Or my opening statement. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog. Number 3. Dave Chappelle recently released his stand-up comedy, The Closer, which is the last of his Netflix collection. A lot of people were pissed off about it, of course. So, let's chop it up. All right, because this is a situation where at this point, it's like you want to be mad at Dave Chappelle. Like, you're sitting and dying on the hill of transphobia when it's honestly not even the case. Like, the thing is, people go by what they see in clips, so they only get bits and pieces of the joke in context, and that is enough for people to go, oh, look, he's transphobic because he's saying that in the first place. Like, why do you need to say that? And it's like, did you hear the rest of the joke, or did you hear the rest of the bit? No? You just don't seem the character is going to immediately jump to conclusions. Even if the rest of the bit, kind of circles things back and, not smooth things out, but explains the nature of said joke. No? All right. So how do I say this again without sounding malicious or offensive or anything like that?
It's a very good possibility that you won't be able to say that.
No. There's a possibility. All right.
Okay, very thin one. You are correct.
Okay. A community. Well, let me start here. Comedy. it is not even necessarily an unspoken agreement. It's pretty much a spoken agreement that jokes that are ripping on people or certain communities, things of that nature, they're all out of what's the word I'm looking for? Not farce, but they're
Satire? No,
not satire either, but they're not out of malice. There it is.
they're not malicious.
They're not malicious. You know what I'm saying? There isn't malicious nature to comedy.
A true
Right?
comedian doesn't have malicious nature with it.
Exactly. Now, where you are seeing the malicious nature in Dave Chappelle's comedy, my thing is, this has been his get down since Killing Them Softly. Why is it different now? Because it's directed towards, you as a community, and now you don't like it so much anymore.
Correct.
My thing is that, with Black community, with the Asian community, even the white community, you can make fun of these communities and, they take it all in stride. But with the LGBTQIA community, you don't want us to, joke about you. And it's like, that kind of feels like special treatment to me.
Kind of feels like.
I'll say it, kind of.
Just call it what it is.
You know what I'm saying? So we think we see that. You know what I'm saying? We see that and we notice that, we observe that. But a lot of us can't necessarily articulate that. All right. So we see the fact that, you want this special treatment, even though you're calling it equality, but it's like, we get these jokes off on each other, and it's only out of like respect and love, that it's not out of malice, because we're not saying it to offend you. We're just saying like, people don't really want to rock with people like that take themselves too seriously. And so when demand this special treatment, that you are not made fun of in comedy, there's going to be a time where, you're going to want everybody to ride for y'all's equality. And it's a, huge moment. And we remember y'all, complaining about Dave Chappelle's joke. You know what I'm saying? And then it gets to a point where people were like, do we really want to? Like, or they're just going to get indifferent about it, bottom line. And we all know that a difference is essentially the gateway to evil, for the most part. Racism, what else do we have here? Bigotry, prejudice, so on and so forth. So I guess the point I'm trying to make here is, right, just actually watch the entire stand-up and then form an opinion for yourself.
See, I believe that the problem is people already have formed opinions and they go into them with that, and they're not willing to open their minds to listen to others' opinions sometimes.
Well, Slipper is violently
shaking his head at me like I said something incorrect.
I'm not saying it like that.
All right. Well,
based on my unique experience of fixing people's cell phones for a living,
here we go.
I am uniquely put in situations where I have conversations with people from all different walks of life.
Sure.
And a lot of people in that community that I have talked to, the general consensus amongst that community is they're a community that is trying to find themselves. And like in the stand-up, Dave Chappelle talks about his friend Daphne.
Yeah.
Wants a human experience.
Identity.
Exactly.
They're trying to find their human experience in the choices that they've made. So nothing about that is funny to them. So it doesn't necessarily matter what you say if it's a joke, because to them in their life, it's not funny because they're trying to find the human experience in the choices that they've made in their life. So how do you make a joke about that? Not saying that it's right or wrong, but that's a lot of the perspective of that community of people. They can't find it funny because they haven't gotten to a place where they've found themselves.
But in the same breath, you can't poo-poo on those who can find it funny because they found it in themselves either.
I agree with that. But tell that to somebody who can't find the funny in themselves.
Well, uh, my child. Well, I consider her my cousin because my childhood friends are like family to me. My homeboy Kevin, his cousin Sheila, she brought up an excellent ass point. And if I could bring it up real quick, because it was just recent, like very much recent. Oh, because people have been commenting on my shit lately. God damn it, can't see it.
So you could just go to the post and look.
Yeah, I got it on in another way. There we go. All right, so she was saying, perception of the human experience is funny. It's what we can all relate to, and not all at the same time, because we are all humans, but we could never have the same exact experience. In my opinion, the GOAT comedians are ones that are exceptionally great at describing their particular human experience. Now, uh, the thing about that is, like you said, it for them it's a human experience that isn't orthodox, I guess you could say. So it's not as funny to them because of that. Well, I'm here to tell you, the more that we accept it in this world these days, the more it becomes more orthodox. Like, it's starting to become more acceptable in this day and age. Yeah, you're going to have assholes that are going to knock on it and hate on it. That's just America. You know what I'm saying? We still have racists. Yeah, sure. Yeah, let me not be self-centered. You know what I'm saying?
Humans.
Yeah,
Human.
That's just human fucking nature, bro. And that's just something that we have no choice but to get down with, because there's no way. And I'm starting to realize that and learn that as well, which is dive bombed me into depression, but that's another thing. So I'm starting to understand that you're not going to be able to change everybody's minds about things, no matter how articulate, no matter how convincing you could possibly be. Some people are just simply stuck in their thoughts because that's just hardwired into their brain.
DNA. Yeah.
You know? And the thing is that at this point, I'm trying to figure out how we can at least make a compromise and meet each other halfway on things. So it's like, on one side of the fence, I feel like the, constant bashing of Dave Chappelle without even watching the special, for what reason have you, I think is like particularly, rambunctious, I guess you could say. But on the other side of that fence, I also understand the fact that you two are still a marginalized group, and you two are still trying to make your strides and progresses in not only this country, but in this world. So where do we meet halfway on that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we fit the human experience for you guys? Because as Dave said, literally at the ass end of the special, he said that he is, done making jokes about the LGBT community. Cat Williams is, the go-to example for everybody because he doesn't rip on an unmarginalized group of people, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Cat Williams is funny as shit. But on the other side of that, on the other side of Cat Williams, Jim Gaffigan. Is that what you really want? I don't think so. So there has to be some levels of offense in comedy. Why? Because the levels of offense come from controversial issues, which is the fuel for comedy, because comedy is the art of making light of dark situations.
Which is drawn from human experiences.
Bong.
But it's not made out of an offense.
Right.
They're making a joke out of a serious situation to shed light into it so people can talk about it. So it's not an offense.
Right.
From most comedians.
Exactly.
Now, everyone, or there are a lot of people, like even if you look at Chappelle's Mark Twain Prize speech.
Or if you want to go deeper into annals of comedy, some old Def Comedy Jam jokes.
Well, no, I'm not even talking about the jokes. I'm talking about specifically something he said at that.
You talk? Okay, never mind. I thought you
were talking about he was talking about his speech, like his acceptance speech.
I just wanted to point out some comedians can't have malicious intent.
No,
but comedy knows how to weave that out.
Yeah, and that's what I was getting.
That's what
I was getting. Mm-hmm. He mentions like
so we're on the same.
Yeah, we're on the same wavelength. Yeah. It's just there are people who even comedians know, and they. A lot of the interviews, a lot of documentaries, so on and so forth for other comedians, there's at least some semblance of understanding why that person who you might have assumed is racist or whatever has the opinion that they have. Their life experiences got them to where they're at.
Exactly.
So it's like, it's also like he said in the special, like it's kind of unfair that you want people to accept you. You want people to do all these things for you, do all these sacrifices for you.
Right.
But the second that someone says anything that you don't agree with, you basically shoot down their dreams. That's the complete opposite of what you want your community to be represented as or accepted as.
Exactly.
So it's like where do we go from
here? Exactly.
I believe as all humans, we have an obligation to know when to speak life into people. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have to. I personally don't want to live in a world where someone making a malicious joke is funny, and at the same time, not only are they making a malicious joke, but they're killing somebody's spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not the kind of order we in. Like look at me and Los. We've got two different lifestyles. He knows my faith is my rock, and he doesn't necessarily think of it the same way. But I would never poo-poo on his experience, and he would never poo-poo on mine. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we humans. At the end of the day, we brothers now. So we open to have conversations because he knows any conversation I come into it and him, I am trying to understand him on a better way as a human being, and the same and vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
Slippers.
Oh,
he has something.
I figured it out. I kind of think I just cracked the Da Vinci Code. All right, so listen. Remember how I said earlier that because I'm a phone repair technician, I'm able to have conversations with people.
Yeah.
The reason I'm able to have conversations with people, and I don't want to say it like it's me, because it's not me, but the thing that makes that community, I think, feel the way that they feel is because they don't have relationships with any other community. It's like they're in.
It's no networking.
Yeah, it's like what's the what do they call it? Twitter. Based on the people you follow, you're in an echo chamber. You're in an echo chamber.
All right.
So they're not associated with other communities, and it's both parts' fault. It's on them because if you don't agree with them, they're going to cancel you, and it's other people for not being accepted.
Yeah.
Like so how do you build a relationship with people so that you can have these difficult conversations?
Exactly.
Like he said about his friend Daphne in the special.
Pretty
what relation? Yeah.
Exactly. And like Slipper said, it's all a matter of the fact that you could be a certain ethnicity and a part of that community, but not be a part of that your ethnicity's community. So it's like being, Black and gay or Asian and transgender. Like it's not always mutually exclusive per se to anybody unless except for the people that are Black and gay or Asian and transgender or Latino and Latina and lesbian. So it's like it's the fact of the matter that as all the other communities, we got to start being a little more accepting. However, on the other side of that coin, you guys as a community got to be a little less standoffish, I guess you could say. And it's hard to do. It's hard to do because there's a set of motherfuckers in each community that want to kill us. So,
and by us we mean everybody.
Essentially. So
all people.
They're
not a respecter of
persons. Yeah.
They want all people dead in every community. There's a group of people like that.
Hell, even their own community sometimes.
Yeah.
So
sometimes, especially because they're the ones they have access to.
Exactly. And we don't even have to say which community it is. So the point is that we all need to start being more accepting of each other's get downs for the most part, because it's like the phobias that shit's definitely gotta stop. Like that's just stupid because you ain't fucking them. Why are you so concerned about who they fucking?
And also on the other side of that coin, don't think that everyone has a phobia because you're different. Because a lot of times people assume that people have phobias without even talking to the person.
Just based on what they believe.
Well, what they have known from prior history of people that claim certain communities.
Everybody's an individual. Treat them like it.
You don't give people a chance to be unique and complex, which is what humans are, unique and complex individuals. As my friend here, my good brother would say to me, you ain't got a lot to kick it.
Right. It's that simple.
Be yourself. You are you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I ain't gonna be no motherfucker that's gonna be anybody else but you. So come as you are and we'll most likely fucks with you. But if you're a real piece of shit, then we're not gonna fuck with you. But if you cool as shit, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna rock with you. And it doesn't matter what you are or who you are. It doesn't matter what your orientation is. If you cool people, man, hell, me personally, I got the back. And I was on a homeboy of mine yesterday. Like, he at first was a part of the cancel club. But, not only me, but a few more of his friends, they were like, how about actually, watching the actual stand-up? And he was like, it got to a point where it was like, all right, fine, I'll watch it. And he sat and watched it, and he legitimately hit me up. Was like, yeah, I gotta say I was wrong. And it is damn near impossible for a human being to admit that they're wrong.
Mhm.
I say damn near, okay?
Certain human being.
I'll say that there's a reluctancy.
There we are.
For human beings to
There
admit
you
that they're wrong.
So for him to, actually hit me up and be like, I was absolutely wrong. You know what I'm saying? I actually watched it. It was brilliant. Like this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? That takes a lot of balls to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's a huge, huge amount of respect on top of the large amount of respect I already had for him that I gained for him. So we chopped it up about it as a whole, and he particularly enjoyed the glory hole bit, which is also pretty goddamn funny. So it's like,
that was hilarious.
It's like
Stand-up is
the whole fucking thing is hilarious. It's absolutely brilliant, and the discomfort is supposed to make you think about it. Not only that, he throws that transphobia bit that y'all been trying to run with him for years in your face, like sarcastically,
and heartfelt at the
and it's heartfelt all at once. Like again, Carlos has brought up the Daphne story on multiple occasions during this segment. That story was not only absolutely touching, but it was absolutely fucking hysterical too.
Mm-hmm.
Because not only was it touching that, he befriended a transgender woman and, he helped her get some type of start of some sort, at least. It's touching, but then he's like a real nigga about it because he's like honest in the fact that she bombed for like 45 minutes straight, but she made up for it during his set.
One joke.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like he realized she's funny as shit. Yeah. I can help you, whenever I'm in town. And, that was that. But ultimately, she ended her life. And that's rather unfortunate. It's sad as hell. And it all comes back to the medium that we're looking for. It's a matter of acceptance on our side that needs to be achieved.
I wouldn't even say acceptance. It's a matter of conversation.
Yeah.
And relationship, because I don't have to accept necessarily what you agree with or what you do to talk to you.
Yeah.
I don't have to believe it. I don't have to sign up for it.
All right.
I just have to respect you as a person.
Yes.
Talk to you.
Respect of agency. The lost art. You know what I'm saying?
Acceptance, I feel like it's too much gray area in that word. Like people will be like, "Oh, so that means you want to live that lifestyle." I'm like, no, that does not. People are always going to jump to that when you use that word.
And that's where the phobia comes in.
What is it that he said? I think he said it something like along the lines of, "I don't have to agree with you to be your friend," or something like that. He mentioned something like that in the stand-up.
Yeah, I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to agree with what you do. Basically, to have a conversation with you, to talk with you about what it is you believe. Like, that's not supposed to be so taboo. Like, talk to people. Like, as you know how many, first off, yes, I'm a Christian. And you know how many conversations I've had with atheists and Satanists and Muslims and Jewish people. And
agnostics.
And like, you know how many, every day. I probably talk to at least one of those.
Different degrees of it.
It has nothing to do with their beliefs. It's just trying to gain understanding. Because again, that's where you have a conversation with someone. You can see where they're coming from.
Yeah.
And then you could be like, oh no. And then too, just because you're a person who's on one side of the aisle, you probably haven't had much conversation with somebody else. Mm-hmm. So you already have your preconceived notions.
Yeah.
So then when that person tells you, oh no, that's not what we believe, then you're like, oh really? So what do you actually believe? You have a conversation.
And now we're starting the conversation.
And then you realize
I have missed
the boat.
Mm-hmm.
I I am a terrible person. I am so sorry. I thought you all were like this.
We as humans these days are too busy trying to enforce our beliefs upon everybody else, and I'm guilty of it. But
as am I.
At the end of the day,
we're all guilty of that.
We're human.
Exactly, we're human.
If you are alive and breathing, you have done it multiple times.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, what we really need to be doing is, like you said, starting that conversation, asking, why do you believe in things like that? And so maybe you can gain an understanding of why they believe these things, or, why they get down like they get down. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has a method to their madness, I believe. So most people. Yeah.
Most people that actually
we don't dabble in absolutes.
Yeah,
that's fair. Most people have methods to their madness, and all you really need to do is just figure out their methods. However, if they're self-destructive methods, just
whatever you do to give people encouragement, or try to help people from afar. If praying, if you're a person who prays, something else, whatever that thing is that you do when you keep people at a distance but you care about them, do that thing.
There it is.
Because you also don't necessarily want to be around someone who has those habits, because those are the ones that are contagious. And you'll pick those up way quicker than you realize.
It's easier to pick up toxin traits than positive traits.
Fungal fruits end up fungiing regular fruit.
Yep.
So
healthy fruits don't heal bad fruits.
One bad apple spoils the bunch. Another idiom you can use.
Said the same thing 3 ways.
Let me give you a fourth one. The police.
That's the sound of it?
Oh, no? Nothing?
You looking for the buzzer?
Yeah. Here it is. No? That was the right one?
No.
That's not the one we wanted here?
That's not the one we wanted, but it works.
Yeah, no, fuck that buzzer. Nah, we're badump when it comes to police. And that was pin count. Well, guys, last night, Tyson Fury and Deontay WIlder had their trilogy finisher.
Yes, let's strap it.
And it seems that Deontay WIlder is still getting cooked. I have it on mute.
You have it.
So let me try that
one more time.
Tyson Fury and Deontay WIlder had the end of their trilogy in a boxing match last night. And Tyson Fury is still cooking Deontay WIlder.
It's day to this day.
So
I'm so happy I went to sleep.
You should be.
You should.
Because I was up and I was like, you know what? It's almost time for that match. Why not just find a stream?
Oh, I could have texted me. That's what I do. I text everybody on my job. Yesterday, and proceeded to go to sleep.
Nice. My shit was so
say,
clunky,
you
dog.
know,
I hated
you
it.
know, I'll send you a string like quick.
I was in hell, bro. Like, I wish I had thought of it. But at any rate,
I'll tell you what the main one is after this. I'm not getting copyright infringement.
my nigga, I'm glad you said that. So
Yeah, we're not doing that anyway.
So the first round was Tyson Fury knocking down Deontay WIlder. And then I was like, oh boy, here we go with this shit. Y'all have told me so much about this Deontay WIlder, and all I've figured out in this fight and the fight before that I've observed of him, that he only has one punch. Sloppy footwork, and he is not a very enduring guy.
Also, in-ring IQ,
Very low.
very low indeed.
Yeah. A lot of things you could pick off from him.
I can't tell you how many times I was screaming, set up your punches.
Nah. That's not happening.
What's that?
Hey, exactly. He want that knockout at any cost. What's the setup?
He paid the cost already?
What did it cost?
I mean, 2 knockdowns for what it's worth.
Everything.
Yeah.
I just go to show you, man. Like, y'all, fight night is not how you box. You don't throw haymakers all day unless you're Carlos.
Yeah, no.
But you're different.
Because I got 2 punches.
No. You throw well-timed haymakers.
Yeah. Yeah,
So you know how to set up when to throw your.
I'm a smart brawler. Like,
Correct.
Am I a brawler? Yes. However, I know how to set up. I enjoy using my jab and my reach. And then not only that, I'll like kind of peekaboo you a little bit until I get an open shot. So, and then if I get an open shot, if I can go for the 1-2 buck my shoe, I'll just 1-2 buck my shoe your ass until I get you in the red. So that's kind of how I get down a little bit. But it's still more advanced psychology inside a real wrestling. Not a wrestling, a real boxing ring. It's a step up a little bit if you ask me, because well, you're avoiding getting hit in real life. So the stakes are a bit higher if you ask me.
Yeah, but you can also be paralyzed.
Also, no. So it's like thinking in the video game and then using your thumbs versus exactly versus actually moving around, using your hands to guard your body and your head, and then like sticking and moving and shit like that. It's a delicate dance.
Mm-hmm. Definitely is.
Mm-hmm.
Which is again why I'm going to stand on this hill.
A dance that Deontay WIlder can do.
Yes.
So
I'm going to stand on this hill. Everybody who don't like Floyd Mayweather, Deontay WIlder is the reason why you should.
Nah, I still don't like that nigga.
I'm not talking about the human.
I'm not talking about the human.
The boxer.
Also, yeah.
I know why, because you just admitted you're a brawler.
Exactly.
Two people standing in the ring and throwing haymakers.
The fight isn't over until somebody can't get up, in my opinion. I don't look at scorecards. If I can't get up, I lost. All right. However, if I can keep getting up, I'm fixing to knock your ass out.
But the basis of all,
and 7 times out of 10, it happens. So
but the basis of a lot of sports is keeping score.
Yes. So keep score.
Keep score at this TKO. How about that? How many times did I knock that motherfucker down? All right, that's the score I'm keeping.
How many times did Deontay WIlder knock Tyson Fury down?
Right.
Shit, thrice? 4 times?
Did he win?
I mean, how many times did Deontay knock Tyson Fury down?
Yeah.
Twice. And he got his ass whooped the rest of the match. So let's get into that, right? Because Deontay WIlder came back and responded with Tyson Fury's knockdown with 2 of his own in a span of less than 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. And then the round ended, and it just all went downhill for Deontay WIlder.
And how was he doing that?
Tyson Fury just was tiring that ass out, just all types of bodying and close punches and grabbing punches and shit like that.
In the process, he was building up one.
Deontay just clenching his life away. He fighting for his life and shit.
He's trying to avoid building up points.
Exactly. The floodgates were goddamn opening,
which contributes to a score.
It just so happens, like again,
not for you, for them.
No, I'm still talking to him.
Oh well, he's still talking to you.
Mm-hmm. You act like Floyd in his earlier career wasn't knocking Bama's out. The only reason he stopped is because he broke both of his hands. How do you break both of your hands in this sport where you need both of them and don't lose? How? Please explain it to me. Please. I'm waiting.
Well, the bitch is still big.
They kept breaking.
Hey, that ain't my problem.
But guess what?
Yeah, your problem to your handbrake.
It ain't my problem. Guess what? He still ain't lose. He went from literally his first 25 fights. He was 25-0, 21 knockouts. So remembering correctly?
Something like that.
And then ran off a stretch of 24 fights where he had decisioned all of them. How do you turn from a brawler to a dude who think and play defense?
How do you turn from a technical wrestler to a brawler?
It's the same thing. I'm saying it's genius. The answer remains the same. It's genius.
Yeah, fuck that.
He
I mean,
completely changed his identity. But man's went from, oh no, come here. Oh, get on the floor. You out. To, oh, okay, watch this. Whoop, can't hit me. Whoop, can't hit me. Whoop.
I mean,
give me my belt back.
I was spoiled by a motherfucker that was knocking niggas out until he got to Larry Holmes. So that's where again, I got spoiled by a motherfucker that eventually got frustrated and bit a nigga's ear off. So
and you're talking about a heavyweight. Different. There's levels.
Exactly, and that's why I only enjoy heavyweight boxing.
Okay, well that's
because this match needs to end, Slippers, in a knockout.
So then you're not a boxing fan, you're just a heavyweight fan.
That's what I was about to say. You're not a boxing fan.
God damn it, that works for me. But I do enjoy a good, big three rivalry in the middleweight division. Like I could watch boxing. I can, watch it for the art. But if you really want me to really enjoy that shit, I want a slugfest.
Listen, I can watch Roy Gotti all day long.
Yeah, I can watch a Toro Gotti. I can watch a
Hitman Hearns fight.
I definitely watch a Hitman Hearns. I can watch a Hagler fight. I don't mind that at all. Those are clinics. But I love the fade, Slippers. I live for the fade. I'll die for the fade.
I live by the fade. I die by the fade. I live by the fade. I die.
I understand. I'm just saying, like I told you, bro, my man changed his whole life. My man was known for knocking them out.
Fair point. Yeah, that's good shit.
Listen. And both of his, how do you break both of them? Not one, both. Not with a TH, with an F.
Pause.
Both.
BOFF.
Yes.
Pause. I just want to take a pause, a break to say that he got hot first.
Touche. Oh, I should have bet.
Yeah, that's a fair point, actually.
I don't want money.
I ain't realized it was gonna get this goddamn hot in here.
And also,
the windows are also open.
Wine, so that's a
yeah. And again,
you feeling like
you got me twisted.
I was going
You know. Like a bag of ropes. So we get further on into this fight, and it's just like a whole bunch of tiring down, and it gets to a point where it's like, all right, it's just a matter of time for Deontay WIlder just goes down because he's too exhausted. And sure enough, that's when the floodgates open, because he called that two-piece and was down. I was like, oh god damn it, here we go. So at that point, the fucking small snowball turned into an avalanche of a boulder. So we finally get to the 11th round, and this motherfucker already been knocked down a good what at this point 3 times, something like that. He looked lost, and he's still trying to fight, and he just getting dropped left and right. Motherfuckers on Twitter like, wow, this is such an amazing fight. No, motherfucker, this is a slaughtering. Like, this nigga blew a 2-1 lead. What the fuck are y'all talking about, bro? So, I live for the fame. I die for the fame. But this motherfucker blew a 2-1 fade lead. How do you blow a 2-1 fade lead?
By not being a good boxer.
If you can't box, it don't matter.
Like, yeah,
if you don't, put it this way.
Is the one sport when you meet somebody who know how to box.
You fuck around and you find out. That's the basis of boxing as a sport.
Yes.
Fucking around and finding out.
Verbatim every time. Look at Anthony Joshua.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That man lost to. I'm not even gonna say it. That was the joke. Oh no, I'm not gonna say it. He lost to Anthony Ruiz.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that.
Yeah. He lost to Anthony Ruiz.
Why? Anthony Ruiz has been boxing since he was 5. Anthony Joshua started at 17.
And we thought it was sweet because Anthony Ruiz looked like great value Cristobal Areola. So
I was gonna say butter.
I feel more comfortable with Cristobal Areola. It feels a little funnier that way. This feels better. Butterbean it feels like low hanging fruit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't a little higher. I want to write this.
I'm aiming for the star.
You know what I'm saying? So then like it gets to a point where it's just like, all right, you're getting dropped, and the referee is like, I can't allow this anymore. You know what I'm saying? The moment he took that shot, as he spun his head like that, it kind of just fell forward. As he was crouching forward, the referee was like, this shit is over. He didn't even let him hit the ground. I was like, God damn. He went out.
All
sad.
I could think about was down goes Frazier.
All I could think about was
Lord.
he got cooked.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
He got cooked. All right. Bottom line, he got cooked again. All right. But that's the simple and plain of it all. I don't want to hear anything about Deontay WIlder being anything other than cooked.
Well, he's not cooked because there's no one else in that division that can fight like Fury, so he'll beat everybody else. He just will not beat Fury.
That's the crazy part about it all. Tyson Fury isn't even like the brawlers of the past. He's a little sloppy himself.
Very. No, but he's not a brawler.
That's the irony of it all. He looks like one.
He's a boxer.
Yeah.
He just happens to be strong. Almost 300 pounds.
Nah, he a little sloppy himself
that
too.
77.
Wilder
238. He was 238.
Yeah, that's another thing. Let's discuss that. The weight difference.
Heavyweight, it don't matter.
Yeah, I know.
They need to bring back
after heavyweight is anything goes. I know, I understand.
They need to bring back.
However,
I think they need to bring back super heavy.
At 235, at 230 something versus 277, that's a what? 50 something pound difference? 40 pound difference? Okay. That's like me in a boxing match against Kenneth.
No.
That's a little larger, actually.
Yeah.
I'm like a good 60 pounds more than Kenneth. No, on the other side. But Kenneth is like the middleweight. It's like I'm trying to stick with. I'm at 240. That's like me fighting my homeboy Big Steve. Yeah, that's what it'd be like. It'd be like me and Big Steve.
No, I was about to say it'd be like.
Let's say I'm 200.
Oh, you 200 flat?
Mm-hmm.
All right, boom, perfect. Because I'm 241. So yeah, that'd be like me boxing you. You know what I'm saying?
Which one, I wouldn't do that. First of all, second.
Because the next fight I get into is going to be just that, and not a boxing match. So
First of all,
I'm going to bookings the next fight I get into.
First of all,
That's how that's going to go.
How tall?
6 flat?
Oh man, I'm like 5'6". I'm not fighting you.
Yeah. 5'11" and 7/8 with regular posture. Come on, stand straight.
Take my copay.
Hey.
They just lied and be like, hey,
That's a possibility.
$6.25.
Yeah.
I need that co-fare right now. Thank
If you heard a snicker, then he was probably lying.
you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. But some of the little kids be little as hell, but then there are small amount of kids that be like big as shit. Yeah, something in the water. Something in the water.
Well,
bro.
wherever it is, I missed the boat. I don't like
Who you telling?
Half of our family, I lied. 90% of our family older than us, short. These kids is our height and taller.
Yeah.
For no reason. Both of their parents are shorter than you.
Yeah.
How you get to 6 anything?
Our cousin Tim,
Short.
around your stature.
Tick,
His son Tick,
my height. A little bit shorter.
a goddamn moose.
A little bit shorter.
Which is ironic because Moose is my nickname.
And the baby, the youngest one, little Jeffrey, almost my height already.
God damn, really?
He's not even 50.
Bro. And then there's Amir.
Like literally, Tim's height.
Those goddamn Geralds.
Like, in what world?
It's astounding. Like they bred athletes. It's absolutely amazing. That's like that's literally the athletic corner of our family and shit.
Hey.
Another one, Dion. My aunt ain't but 5'5", I think. 5'4", 5'5".
Right.
But like 5'7".
How tall is he now?
He ain't that much shorter than me.
See?
He already 5'10". 5'11".
That's too much.
Hey, how?
Something's in the water.
Is Zaria?
No.
She taller than both of them in her phone already.
No.
How? What is going on? What's happening? What are we doing?
I have no idea.
What's in the food? I want it.
Oh, Zari, Darwin kid, right?
Yeah.
Darwin ain't that tall. Darwin, like, oh yeah, that is a good point. All right, you are saying that point. You are saying that point.
Girl, she's still growing.
Darwin's ambidextrous, that lucky bastard.
Yes.
Yeah, I always been jealous of that shit. Anytime we play football on Thanksgiving, I see him throw with both hands. I'm but for what it's worth, I can switch back. So there's that. I can back lefty and righty. Fascinating.
Right, and I kick with my left.
Well, I'm left-footed as well, so
No, I'm right.
exactly.
I'm
So
just your basic run-of-the-mill righty.
Fun fact: Michael Vick writes and does everything else with his right. He only throws with his left. Fascinating. He's a lefty.
With his right hand.
Ah, what's up? Getting a little respect for LeBron after that. Lefty gang, we out here. Final thoughts?
I think we got an episode worth of final thoughts.
Yeah, this one was a
It was. You know what? You're right, guys. We're gonna just go ahead and get out while the getting's good. Bring it on home, Kenny.
With that being said, my name is Kenneth Whitaker, aka Henry Tillo, the original Order Millennium Falcon. Now that I'm flying this hill vessel backstage, can't tell me nothing. Mm, mm, mm.
23 skidoo, 24, 25.
And just because we backstage and I have to do it, better than Han Solo.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Okay, the last Black Jedi. Do or do not. There's no try. Like you try me, I'm gonna have Super Kick Moses over here kick your head off.
I can't do the animation because it's directly next to me now. So it's
Yeah,
like,
please don't kick.
again, I just stated I'm left-footed.
Yeah, just please don't kick.
Not ideal. Use your imagination.
Yeah. Just imagine a foot,
Mm-hmm.
but for you, not me. So I'm saying.
All right.
Hilarious.
Yeah, you got it twisted. You know.
Yeah.
My version, you already know.
You already know now
that I'm twisted like a bag of rub down.
Make me forget where I was going. AKA Mr. Go Slick Vodka. Hey, Seth, you having a party this week? No. Yeah. You're not coming. You're not coming either. So Justin want to tell you that I can't say the word, but you're not coming to this party. AKA the very sexual, the very toy.
Very toy, yeah.
Austin Powers Faja.
Wait, it's Faja?
Yeah, that is Faja.
Oh.
Release the meteor!
Release the meteor!
Oh! Oh! No way! No, it doesn't. And it's even funnier because he's right here. Wait, I'm trying to find my boss for God's sakes. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'm good. AKA Macho Man, I'm a savage. Oh yeah. See, the one thing you always gotta remember, is that when the Nacho Man is live, it's even better. Yeah. And as I look into you, old YouTube land, that think you know everything with your crazy cockamamie inventions, Mean Gene. They don't know I'm the one that makes cockamamie. Yeah. See, when I just look up to the sky and I see thoughts falling from the treetops, and sometimes, Mean Gene, it makes me just a little bit mentally unstable. So
oh, and sometimes
I don't understand that you think you better than me. But one thing you have to know, Mean Gene, is that I am always in control. And when a thought comes to my thoughts, I stand up top and give a mean elbow drop. Oh yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was Nacho Man, I'm a Savage, live from backstage. Back to you, Gorilla.
You burnt my cookies, yeah. You in the crowd. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yes, sir. To bring it on home, my name is Carlos Crawford, aka ziplining to the ring for my championship match. It's Chin Music Charlie.
I've been here on what a ride.
AKA Stones Cold. That's what you're doing?
What?
That man right there?
What?
A championship match?
What?
At the Backlash?
What?
Why?
What?
Because he deserves it?
What?
Because he got that stupid bandana?
What?
Them stupid tattoos?
What?
Those stupid gloves?
What?
Those stupid pants?
What?
Does he scare you?
What?
Does he make you shake?
What?
Are you intimidated?
What?
Are you scared?
What?
Is it because he got that deadband on his shirt?
What?
What does that even mean?
What?
Because you're dead?
What?
You don't breathe?
What?
You got no pulse?
What?
You're not alive?
What?
You bought the farm?
What?
You bit the big one?
What?
You kicked the bucket?
What?
You think you're special?
What?
You deserve a championship match?
What?
Why?
What?
I want to know why.
What?
Because you ride that stupid bike?
What?
I'll get on that some bitch, kickstart it, and ride that some bitch as long as I want to. AKA Snack Miller. Praise Elijah. Welcome your Messiah. Walk inside the room, the bitches offer up vagina. I'm eating jambalaya off $1,000 China. Find the hoes and not a hoe and strippers, but they rather pull Mr. Muddy Sipper. That mixture is in the elixir, Belissa, Bayless celebrity sending me naked pictures. The higher I get, the more money I make. I had a threesome with that hoe. Now she fucking with Drake, AKA. I turn my shit on. There we go. Now, coming up the bat, Ken Spliffy Jr. Spliffy having an average day to his standards. 3 hits, 2 RBI, a solo to the right center, and 3 blunts smoked all before the 7th inning stretch. Still exceptional to regular player standards this season.
Never seen a hit performance like this, Bob. Lungs full.
Yes, sir. AKA the idiom savant. Man, I try to keep my ear to the ground on as much as I can about things. You know how that goes, right?
Yeah.
Ear to the ground. That's the idiom. And AKA Haystack West. Well, that was a strange bunch. I'm glad to not get shot at for a change, but it's time to get back to business, Sheriff. You know, I'm glad you said that because while you were out, a new game came into town, Los Diabolicos. And now they're like all over the place. What kind of sheriff are you? A smart one that waited until he was at full strength to go on the offensive. Now, I got the boys and the parents on standby. I know you and Moose like a good fight, so I wait. You're welcome. A smart sheriff. Okay, well, we're going to take some time and see how they operate. Who's in charge? And we'll devise a plan at the end of the week. Good. Shit works for me. As long as I don't have to do shit, I'm good. Yeah, I know you are. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 157, 158, 158. I'm losing count at this point, though. We're getting up there. That was episode 158. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Yeah, we know you like this better.
And above all else, watch the goddamn product.
Yeah.
What? I said watch the product. Yeah. What? I said watch the show. What? I said watch an episode or two. We're off this.
We out.